Some places are hidden for our safety. Others were hidden because the truth was too disturbing to face. These locations look like ordinary forests, bunkers, and towns, but each one hides a dark past, and most are still completely off limits today. Here are 10 real places with dark histories that you're not allowed to visit, and probably should avoid. Number 10. Pine Gap, Australia. Located in the remote center of Australia, Pine Gap is a high-security intelligence base jointly run by the US and Australian governments. Officially, it's for satellite surveillance. But leaked documents reveal it's a key hub for drone strikes, nuclear targeting, and global espionage. The airspace above it is restricted, the land around it is fenced, and the deeper you dig, the more disturbing its classified past becomes. Number 9. The Tomb of Huang, China. You know the terracotta army? That's just the surface. The actual tomb of China's first emperor lies sealed beneath a massive burial mound, untouched for over 2,000 years. Ancient texts warn of rivers of mercury and deadly traps, and recent scans show dangerously high mercury levels underground. The Chinese government has completely forbidden excavation. Some say it's out of respect. Others believe they're hiding something. Number 8. Picher, Oklahoma, USA. Once a booming mining town, Picher is now a toxic ghost city. Decades of lead and zinc mining poisoned the ground, the water, and the people. When children began showing signs of brain damage and sinkholes started swallowing homes, the EPA shut the town down. It was officially dissolved in 2009. Today, it's off limits, unstable, and still deadly. Number 7. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands. This tropical paradise was ground zero for 23 US nuclear tests during the Cold War. Locals were relocated, but many were exposed to deadly fallout. The island is still radioactive, and strange mutations have been reported in coral and sea life. While you can technically visit parts of it, most of the island remains off limits, and even the safe areas still carry a dose of danger. Number 6. Fort Carroll, Maryland, USA. Built in the 1800s as a military fort in the Chesapeake Bay, Fort Carroll was later used for storing explosives and even experimental tech. Now, it's a crumbling, overgrown ruin and completely closed to the public. The structures are unstable, the land is privately owned, and nobody really knows what's left behind. Urban legends say there's more to it than just decay. Number 5. Radiation Valley, Kazakhstan. The Soviet Union conducted over 450 nuclear tests at the Semipalatinsk test site. Locals were never warned. The result? Whole villages exposed to deadly radiation. Thousands died, and generations suffer from birth defects and cancer. Much of the zone is still sealed off today, a radioactive wasteland with a horrific past. Quick break. If you're into strange places with dark secrets, you'll want to stick with us. We drop at least 3 new videos every week, uncovering the weirdest real-world stories you've never heard of. So, if you're enjoying this one, hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you know. Alright, let's get back to it. Number 4. Bohemian Grove, California, USA. Every summer, some of the world's most powerful men gather in a secretive redwood forest camp. Politicians, billionaires, and elites perform strange rituals, including a symbolic cremation ceremony in front of a massive stone owl. Outsiders are strictly banned. No cameras, no press. Some say it's just weird tradition. Others call it a cult with influence over global events. Number 3. Woomera Prohibited Area, Australia. Roughly the size of England, this military zone is the largest weapons testing area on Earth. Used for missile launches and explosive trials, it's heavily restricted and partially radioactive. Indigenous communities were displaced from this land, and large sections remain completely closed to the public. What happens there now? Still classified. Number 2. Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania. Nicknamed the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania, this forest is a hotspot for paranormal activity. People report strange lights, sudden burns, lost time, and equipment failure. One girl famously disappeared, only to reappear years later, exactly as she was. Though not officially banned, locals refuse to go. Something there isn't right. Number 1. Gakona HAARP Facility, Alaska. Once a military project to study the ionosphere, HAARP has been at the center of conspiracy theories for years. Mind control, weather manipulation, earthquakes. While some of those claims are extreme, it is true that HAARP was used by the US Air Force for high-frequency energy experiments. It's now a restricted research site with limited access, and many believe it was never fully shut down. These places aren't just off-limits because they're dangerous. Some were built to hide the truth. Others are reminders of humanity's worst mistakes. But all of them prove that the real world can be far darker than fiction. If you're into mysterious places, forbidden zones, and twisted real-life history, hit that subscribe button now. And don't miss our next video on screen. It dives into an even weirder story you won't believe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.